Hi, today we're going to be working with area of circles. So, area of circles. What does area of circles mean? Well, what does area mean? Area, amount of space inside a 2D figure. So, again, area is the amount of space inside of a 2D figure or a flat figure, two-dimensional. And in this case, we're just going to be working with circles. Now, I will tell you, there's a few things you need to know. First of all, pi is approximately 3.14. That's approximate. There is no definite pi. Sometimes we use 3, sometimes we use 3.1, sometimes we use 22/7. But for today, we're going to use 3.14, 3.14. All right, so that's one thing you need to know. Also, major thing you have to be able to use that you need for area of circles, a formula. Must use a formula. Must use a formula. Can't do anything without it. Can't find the area of a circle without the formula. So please remember that. And the formula for area of a circle, pretty simple. A equals pi r squared. Pi r squared. That's your formula. You ready to use it? Let's go. First of all, draw yourself a circle. Find the center. So we have our circle, we have our center, and we're going to say it has a radius of 5 inches. Now we're going to find the area of that circle. In other words, we want to know how much space would fill in this circle. So the first thing you have to use is your formula. So area equals pi r squared. There's my formula. Only formula I can use. It's not like circumference where I got to choose. I have to use this one. So I have my formula. Now I'm going to write it out longest. So that means pi times the radius times the radius. Not times 2. R squared means r times itself. Well, now I've written it out long ways. Now I'm going to plug in my numbers. 3.14 times the radius of my circle is 5 times the radius of my circle, again, is 5. The only thing I have left to do, multiply. 3.14 times 5 is going to be 15 7/10. Then I multiply it by the number I haven't used yet. 15 7/10 times 5 is going to be 78 5/10. Now remember, we found the area of this circle, and our label is in inches. Our unit is inches. And because it's area, in other words, we're trying to find out how many little bitty squares could fill that circle up, it's going to be squared. So your inches squared. And there we go. All right, let's try another one. How about this one? Draw your circle, find your center. This time, let's use a diameter of 12. Sounds good? All right, so I'm going to use a diameter of 12 centimeters. Now I want to find the area of this circle. So first thing you have to start with, your formula. Area equals pi r squared. Then I'm going to write it out long ways. So pi times the radius times the radius. Now, plug in your numbers. Pi is 3.14 times the radius of what would be your radius of this circle? Well, we know the diameter is 12, so that means the radius would have to be 6, because remember the radius goes from the center out. So if the whole thing is 12, then half of that would be 6 times the radius again of 6. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why not just plug in a D for diameter, right? Well, you can't. And here's why. This says times. Well, what is 6 times 6? 6 times 6 is 36. If you plugged in a D, which is your diameter, you would have wrote 12. Is 12 going to be the same as 36? No. You have to use the formula. You have to actually plug in what the formula asks for. And in this case, it asks for two radiuses, not one diameter. Gotta follow what your formula says. So I went ahead and multiplied my 2 radiuses together and gave me 36. Haven't multiplied it by 3.14 yet though. Now if I multiply that, I'm going to get 113.04. And of course, don't forget your labels. We said centimeters, and because it's area, it's going to be squared. So my area for this circle would be 113 400 square centimeters. All right. Remember, got to use your formulas. And you got to solve it with the formula that you need, not the one that you want to use. It has to be the one that you need. So please remember, when it asks for radius squared, it means 2 radiuses. Okay. See you next time.